mean I have to vote with my vagina.
Could it be that you could vote with your vagina and be voting for Bernie Sanders? Yikes.
Something she didn't think about.
Yes, she could. Maybe, was she saying that she's not attracted to Bernie?
No, she did not. Apparently, she's not attracted to
No, I'm saying
Hillary.
that statement.
Right.
Oh, well, you're saying she'll vote for Hillary.
No, she won't, because she's not attracted to her.
But she said she's not voting with her vagina.
Oh, so she is attracted to... Oh, she's attracted to Hillary, but I'm not going to vote for her because of that. I'm down with... I feel the burn.
No, she's good. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh, you did. You did say that. Woo!
Antibiotics and take care of that.
She said she's going to vote for Bernie. She's not voting with her vagina.
Correct.
Because if she did, then she would feel the burn. Oh, jeez. Anyway, there goes the PG-13 right there. So this iPhone debacle,
yes.
We should have led with this because this is just an ongoing thing.
Well, let's at least bring it up and talk about it.
All right, so here's what happened with the iPhone thing. Remember the San Bernardino massacre?
Oh, yeah, by those Muslim terrorists?
Well, we didn't know it was Muslim at first. Mass shooting, of course, they piled on.
They started out as white Tea Party member males.
And they always will be.
Right.
And they always will be. Anytime you hear shooting, it will always start off as being white supremacist Confederate flag. It turns out it was a team of Muslim extremists, and the only ones that they know about are dead now, right?
Oh, yeah.
But their witnesses, the neighbors, said that there were people coming in and out of that house all the time.
Oh, and they had crates and
boxes. A bunch of people that were in addition to the ones that pulled off the massacre.
Oh, yeah, I know they used to build things in there all day long, too.
Okay, so here's the thing. None of those people have been tracked down yet. However, they have the iPhones of the people that actually committed the crime.
The dead terrorists.
Yes, they have their iPhones. The government, with a warrant, has approached Apple and said, we need all the information from these iPhones. Apple has come back and said, no.
Negative ghost traffic.
We will not do that. And they cited that the only way we can allow you to get into these iPhones is by allowing you into all iPhones.
And they also said that potentially it's unsolvable.
Right. So they said the only way we could they would have to come up with a new code that would allow you to break into all iPhones, and we will not allow that. And that's great. I'm glad that they said that, because the government may have a warrant for this specific iPhone, but not for all iPhones. And so they should be in the right to say no, and we should be glad that Apple said that. However,
there's a big
however.
It's a huge one.
All right, so my argument is, if they have a warrant for this one phone, why can't Apple say, all right, Mr. Uncle Sam, give us the phone or phones of these terrorists that you have a warrant to get all the information from. We will extract the information and give you all the contents without allowing you access to all phones.
Correct.
Guess what their reasoning is, or the argument I've heard why they won't do this.
Why is that?
Because if we do that for these one phones, they're going to flood us with all kinds of requests for all kinds of phones all over the world. And we just don't have the time or the wherewithal,
start charging them money.
Well, here's my argument.
Tell them, say, this is the man hours it's going to take. We need to be compensated. I'm not saying that we're doing this for profit, but we need to be compensated for the massive amount of work it's going to take to do this.
I have a modified version of what you're going to say. If this is the tool that could help people accomplish terrorism against America more effectively, then this price sure, the government can offer the money. They shouldn't have to ask the government for the money. If it's a loss that they can recoup by raising by 1 or 2 pennies the whole rest of the world's whatever it costs to buy that iPhone, it should be factored in to prevent the use of these things being a terrorist tool. I think that I think you were trying to mouth to me patriotic duty. It's an American company.
Right. And they've gotten rich off American ideologies, off American capitalism, off the whole notion of freedom here in America.
I believe that it should be, and there's an argument out there that there are conservatives. The young conservative on Periscope just said today that it should not be allowed for the government to tell a private company that you must develop the tool. I mean, let's make it a little bit, okay, so the iPhone is a very benign tool. Let's just say, I don't know, let's say that, let's say there's a product out there, a widget, if you will, that terrorists have found it very easy and very effective to create into a tool. I won't say bomb because bomb might be too easy to argue against. Let's say that there's a tool that can instantly open up the side of an aircraft fuselage in midair.
Okay.
That can easily go right through TSA. Easily.
Just like that guy who blew up that bomb and blew out the side of the aircraft. He got sucked out, but everybody else was fine.
Yeah, that is poetic justice.
And the aircraft landed just fine.
Okay, well, let's just say it's just some crazy tool that easily gets by, but that can just open up the fuselage and wreck a plane in most cases.
Okay.
In the case of the guy that blew up a little hole and got sucked out, apparently those people got lucky and they were able to land safely. But let's just say that in most cases, tears open a fuselage and everybody dies because the plane crashes. Whatever.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be incumbent upon the manufacturer of that widget that allows a terrorist to use it to open up a fuselage, even though it has its primary use is something else, to do some sort of a recall, which would cost money for them to develop.
We got to fix this error.
Yeah, I mean, and let me tell you something. iPhone, the fact that their encryption works so well, we now know is going to be the go-to tool of choice for terrorists.
Right.
And that's Rush Limbaugh this week pointed out. This is remarkable. Let me ask you something. This is what Rush Limbaugh said. Let me ask you guys out there something. Didn't you all just assume that the government had full access to all this, and even if it wasn't intended for them to have access, that the CIA and the FBI were able to break into it anyway?
We all thought.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Now that this story has come out, isn't it remarkable to know that if you're an iPhone customer, that the government has no way of getting your information?
Ooh,
what?
Yeah, but there's a follow-up article.
Uh-oh.
By the Daily Beast.
So does the government have access or not?
Follow-up article by the Daily Beast talks about Tim Cook declaring on Wednesday he wouldn't comply with the government search. Daily Beast then goes on to say, but in a similar case in New York last year, Apple acknowledged that it could extract such data if it wanted to, and according to prosecutors in that case, Apple has unlocked phones for authorities at least 70 times since 2008.
Here's the follow-up to that.
And they're saying, Apple said, they were running a different system.
The new system does not allow for that.
Yeah, they were running an older system.
Right, this new system. So that's the latest.
Right.
So the new system.
Well, the Daily Beast was trying to twist it and try and show that they've done it 70 times before.
Right, and the whole reason, it's not like they developed a system to prevent the government from being able to get very important information under with a warrant. And by the way, all you conservatives out there, they're like, government should never be allowed to run, ever. Let me tell you something. There is a reason why the Fourth Amendment allows for the government to search and seize your property with a warrant.
Correct.
So if you do have a warrant, the government should be allowed.
Right.
That's the checks and balances. If the executive branch wants to search all your crap because they believe that you are
well, they have to show, supposedly they have to show a judge a threshold of evidence,
right.
That
and if the
would
judge says,
warrant,
"Ooh, I could see what you're saying, Mr. Executive Branch. We're the judicial branch. We're checking you and all that." And it looks like, wow, you have a point there. Then they issue a warrant, and you could go show them the warrant and say, we're searching your phone.
right?
I believe that I'm glad that Apple has come up with new software that allows for that measure of security and privacy. However, as an American company, as an American, red-blooded American,
on the left coast, but yeah.
You should be able to help the government battle Islamic terrorism, trying to end the American way of life by complying with a warrant that wants to search a known terrorist phone.
Because apparently in this phone, it's suspected that the terrorist in San Bernardino had vital contacts throughout America and international contacts.
Oh my gosh, there's people that were coming in helping to make these bombs and
Could
stuff.
you imagine the cache of information that would be gained?
Well, and now that this story's been going nuts, all the terrorists are like, oh, that's the key. You got to have an iPhone.
Got to have an iPhone, yeah.
And you got to have the latest software.
Brand new.
We are free and clear. And they could do a San Bernardino style attack whenever they want. Now, here's the thing. Some people say, well, yeah, but it wouldn't have stopped the San Bernardino attack because they couldn't get the warrant until after they committed it. Right. That's neither here nor there.
We're talking about now in an investigation trying to stop the terrorist and the terrorism from going on. Maybe these phones can give us insight and trail to the people we need to lock down.
The ones that are connected to the San Bernardino terrorists.
That may, in the future, shortly.
Certainly they've got to be following up
right.
with what they did, the San Bernardino attacks.
Why wouldn't they?
Right. I mean, that's the whole point, right? We're going to keep on attacking. So my point is if the San Bernardino thing happens, 2 people committed it, but that leads CIA to 50 to 100 other people, round them up, get them off the streets, get them out of America, or kill them, or whatever need be. The next attack happens, maybe a couple people die, but the CIA can go in there and round up another 100 people. They're on a losing game here.
Right.
Every one attack, for every one person who is able to commit attack, you're able to stop and catch and kill 50 other. This is a losing proposition for them. But with Apple stonewalling the way they are, I just think it's un-American. Well,
and there's this guy by the name of Dan Guido, also in this Daily Beast article. It says Dan Guido, a self-described hacker and CEO of cybersecurity company Trail of Bits, said that Apple can, in fact, eliminate the protections that keep law enforcement authorities from trying to break into the iPhone with a so-called brute force attack using a computer to make millions of password guesses in a short period of time. New iPhones have a feature that stops users from making repeated incorrect guesses and could trigger a kind of self-destruct mechanism, erasing all the iPhone's contact after too many failed attempts. However, Guido said there is a workaround to effectively disarm that security protection, so Apple could work with the government, a self-described hacker of a security system. He says, yes, the government could hack them, could get into it, and Apple could assist them so they wouldn't have to hack it. He said it wouldn't be that hard. He's saying it wouldn't be that big a deal.
I wish they would. I mean, the thing is we have known terrorists. This is their phone. I wish they would just say, just give us the phone. We'll get into it. And I'm sure that there's some sort of a backdoor way that iPhone can get through their own operating system in order to get the information.
He's saying, okay, Apple